helicopter flights to complete the entire tram. So look out of either side right about now and look down. You're going to notice we're going over what looks like a really large hiking trail. That trail is going to come to my side of the cabin, and it's going to follow right alongside us up to Tower 1. That's the original access road they used in the 60s to bring manpower and material up to build Tower 1. There's one of our native species down there called Humanus erectus hictus. Okay, Tower 1 stands over 250 foot tall, has an 18-degree lean back toward Albuquerque to give us a smoother ride, but we are going to experience a forward and backward swing. So throw your hands up and say wee!
Whoa!
Okay, I gotta give you guys credit. That was the best tram I've had all day. Usually you get one hand up and wee! Okay, if you look out my side of the cabin, take your gaze to the top of this first hill just over my shoulder here. You're going to notice a large boulder up there perched about a 45-degree angle. As we get away from it, that boulder is going to start looking like a cannon that's about to fire on the Sandia mountain. So of course we named it Cannon Rock. Cannon Rock right there is the same size as this tram car. Turn around real quick, look back that way, and you're going to notice another large boulder on that pyramid-looking peak over there. Kind of looks like a golf ball about to be teed off. So can anyone guess what we named the rock that looks like a golf ball? Nope, teed off. No, it is Golf Ball Rock. We come up with some really great names. But Golf Ball Rock is twice the size of this cabin. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, I've been working here almost a year. I think I got about another 2 weeks for my 1-year anniversary. My first 4 months here, I averaged about 2 days a week of seeing a mama bear and her 2 cubs in this area right here. For the past 3 months, we have been spotting bear and bear with cubs throughout the entire trip to the top. So if you're looking out there and you see a dark shadow and it's moving, it's a bear.
Or a deer.
No, they're more of a brown shadow.
Away from the black. Yeah.
But imagine you are one of those bears or deer. Follow this ravine on my side of the cabin, the farthest one over, through those 2 rock cliffs. See where those trees start to grow on the bottom of that ravine? Look up and to the right a little bit. You might make out what looks like an awkward stack of rocks. Here comes another one of those really great names. That's Totem Pole Pinnacle. Yeah, it looks like a totem pole. But that is, you got me laughing now, I can't think of my speech. That is actually one rock that has been eroded away throughout time. From the base to the top stands over 8 stories tall. That right there shows you things contrast to the mountain are larger than they appear. Okay, now about that bear I was talking about earlier. Our large animal up here are bear, mountain lion, mule deer, and bobcat. A lot of the smaller animals we have at the top are chipmunk, squirrel, porcupine, raccoon, skunk, which I guarantee you will smell before you see. And about a month and a half, no, I'm going to say about 2.5 months ago, I was working the night shift at the top of the mountain. I was changing out the trashes on the red deck about 10:30 at night. I go up to one of the cans and I thought I saw a raccoon tail hanging out of it. So I kick it, try to scare it away, kick the trash can, not the raccoon. A ringtail jumped out and landed about 2 foot in front of me. If you don't know what a ringtail looks like, have you ever seen the movie Madagascar? I know what lemurs look like? They look like really big lemurs. So I'm a smoker, it's my last bad habit. I'm actually quitting now. But I squatted down, lit up a cigarette. He sat 2 foot away and stared at me the entire time I smoked that cigarette. Stood up, he didn't move. So I said bye, he cocked his head to one side, looked me up and down, and walked away real slow. I think he wanted one.
Come on, bro, where's my light?
Okay, we're coming up on Tower 2. That's shorter than Tower 1. It's only 80 feet tall. But take a look around, you might notice something's missing. No access road. Impossible to build one at this point. So 3,000 of those 5,000 helicopter flights I mentioned were dedicated to this one tower. We are going to get that forward and backward swing, but it's going to be a delayed one. Now for the most original name we could come up with for things around here, we are about to enter Big Canyon.
No doubt.
Not yet, not yet. Now throw your hands up and say we, because here it comes. Okay, the other cabin is coming up on my side. It's a good photo opportunity. If you're not taking pictures, wave to him, blow him a kiss, make him feel loved. Please, no mooning. Got in on it last time, almost lost my job, and then that thing called YouTube. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, must be the halfway
But as we
point.
pass, we will be at our halfway point. That's because the cables that are pulling them up and down the mountain are the same ones pulling us. You notice they were riding a lot lower than us. It took me up until about 2 weeks ago to figure out why the trams coming off the mountain are lower than the ones going up. Then it hit me. The food at the restaurant at the top is amazing. Okay, we're slowing down to let them go over the tower we just went over. So everybody along the windows, do me a really big favor. It gets kind of boring at the bottom, so put your faces up against them, get them nice and greasy, give me something to clean, and look down. We are now at our highest point off the ground. That's just over 990 feet. That's almost the height of the Empire State Building. As you're looking out there, if you're anything like me, I kind of doubted I'm a dork if you haven't been able to tell by now with my jokes. But you might notice a lot of those trees look like they'd make amazing Christmas trees if you had 120-foot ceilings. A lot of them are 100 to 115 foot tall. So it shows for you folks with the white knuckle death grips on these poles and handles, you can let go. Look out, there's no depth perception up here.
That is amazing.
All right, once again, my side of the cabin. See this rock point that we're coming up alongside of here? Right on the end of it, excuse me, there's gonna be kind of a flat area from the bottom to the top. During the summer season, we get a lot of rock climbers that will hike out here and climb this. I'm an amateur climber, been climbing a little over 2 years, but even if I was an expert, and because the guys I climb with are nuts, you wouldn't catch me on this rock face right here. 85 to 95% of those climbers will free climb it. No ropes, no anchors. Yeah, my life's not the greatest, but I still love it. But I have seen this personally, I wish I hadn't, but because those guys free climb it, a lot of those climbers will stop their climb, perch themselves on those rock outcroppings, literally take their shirts off and flex their muscles to get their pictures taken to boost their ego. So we named that rock face Ego Boost. Okay, take a look around at all of these granite faces everywhere you look. Up, down, sideways, it don't matter. You might notice there's an odd pink color to it all. That's a potassium mineral. It's a small crystal called feldspar. About 15 minutes before sunset, the sun's rays will hit this side of the Sandia mountain just right, and it will glow a reddish pink. The best place to see that, and the most romantic place for you guys and your ladies, is the west side of town. Because then you see the entire mountainside glowing. And you will actually see what the Spanish saw when they came over to settle this area, something that looks like a slice out of a watermelon. A lot of times the color is identical. We believe that's why they named this the Sandia Mountain, because Sandia in Spanish is watermelon. So you're going up the Watermelon Mountain in the Watermelon Tram.
Where's my watermelon?
You're actually one of the seeds.
There I go.
Yeah, you get more people in here and you will feel like a seed about to be spit out.
Is this part of the Sandia Mountain or Sandia Cristo mountain range?
No, that's out to the east of us a little one.
It's out to the east. Look at that.
But I could be lying to you because I have no idea, dude. Okay, from this point here, my speech is done because I can't point much of anything else out because it's all in the clouds. So like I usually tell my trams on the way down, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I don't know the answer, as that gentleman just found out, I will lie to you.
Say hi to the video camera.
Well, hello there.
Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty fun day to go up into a cloud, don't you think?
Yep, loving it.
Okay, we are now entering the Twilight Zone.
Yep, you're right there. Twilight Zone.
Now for you folks with white knuckle death grips, you can look out. You don't see anything.
Great. Is it pretty cloudy during the monsoon season? Yeah.
Yeah, earlier this morning it was cloudy all the way down to Tower 2.
Wow. Great.
About a week ago, I was standing in the upper terminal, and we have our front door open, and you can literally see the cloud coming in the door.
Hey, look, there's a cloud right there. You can see it coming in here. Humidity.
That's so great.
I don't know if any of you guys are Stephen King fans. He had a movie called The Mist. This is exactly what it looks like. And there's big giant creatures in it. The book is even better. Okay, you can't see it, but directly in front of us and up, there's a building. As we come into dock, we might experience a couple little bumps, but that building is the Four Seasons Information Center. We have restrooms in there, a water fountain, some really neat displays along the walls that will tell you a lot about the mountain. There's a red walkway on the left of that building. If you take that, you'll hit the High Finance restaurant. Just go like this because you can't see. You don't want to walk into it. But amazing food, wonderful view. Trams leave about every 15 minutes, well, between right away and 15 minutes, depending on how many customers we have waiting. You do not have to be on the next one down. You can spend the rest of the day up here. Last one down is going to be about 10:30 tonight. I would recommend at least being on that one. Yeah, 12-mile hike back, cold, mountain lion, bear, won't let you cuddle.
Cuddling is right out.
You can stay in the cabin that's actually over there. You can't see, but there's a homeless guy that stays in there. He's kind of cool, just little. Yeah, we switch shifts at night up here, so we stay the night because we have to have somebody at the top in the morning. Sometimes he'll come up to the window and bang on it and just stare at you while you're sleeping. He's harmless. He's probably about 20-something years old. Yeah. Okay, once again, we might get a couple little bumps. As we come into dock, when we come to a complete stop, it's going to take Davis a minute to be able to open the doors on the other side of the cabin. When we stop, the other cabin is still about 40 to 60 feet out of dock. If I open the doors, we go in emergency shutdown, I lose my job. I haven't finished medical school yet, I lose my job. And I hope you guys had a wonderful trip up. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish my entire speech, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you.
We got a couple minutes. You want to hear the jokes I took out of my first speech? They're really corny. My job has its ups and downs. This is the high point of my day.